Black Twitter and podcasters who represent Black Twitter are calling for WALLO to be canceled over comments he made that
AP on my hand. See Terrell the go fan. All these pussies got no motion.
Black Twitter and podcasters who represent Black Twitter are calling for WALLO to be canceled over comments he made that are currently going.
Man, why y'all trying to cancel Lunk, bro? Like, y'all tweaking. Why is y'all trying to cancel Lunk? Lunk be cooling for the most part, be spitting gems, straight facts, knowledge. What the fuck is y'all trying to cancel Lunk for? Y'all tweaking.
Now, these comments stem around his relationships with Black-owned businesses.
Us? Oh, I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a about that. Kill that. How? Either you got a good business or you don't. All that. Nobody want to hear that. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks?
He's speaking facts right there, though. Motherfuckers always be about support me, this and that and the third. But is your priority straight? Is they in line? You feel me? Like, make it make sense. Then y'all trying to slander motherfuckers for this. Get the fuck on, bro. He's speaking nothing but facts.
Is the material? Stop doing that. Oh, you're supporting the white people. No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah, man.
For real.
What color you is? I'm spending my money. Y'all got the paper? I'm gonna spend the millions where the I want to spend it at. Brothers, Porsche, Ferrari, I'm going to do what I want to do while I'm here. But I'm going to tell you one thing, I ain't going to be finessed off some black. But one thing about it, 70% of you is not going to make it. I'm not no motivational speaker that talk this. I'm the number one in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary.
He gonna speak the real, bro. Like, one thing about Wallo, he ain't finna sugarcoat shit, bro. And that's what motherfuckers don't like. They want him to be fake. They don't want him to keep it authentic, bro. That's why they trying to cancel him. I'm keeping it a million with y'all. Listen to your boy. When you got motherfuckers like Wallo that speaking facts, they don't like that. They don't like that he not a yes man, bro. Like, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna speak the truth. Like I said, they don't fuck with that.
I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. Like, you understand? I come from the ghetto.
Sounds like a whole lot of truth to me, man. If you're wondering, Flacco, what exactly did he say wrong? Go to somebody else, because I don't know what he said wrong, bro.
For real.
Sounds like a whole lot of truth. Yo, if I'm going to give you my money, the transaction has to be mutually beneficial. If I'm giving you my money for some food, the food has to be good. If I'm giving you my money for some clothes, the clothes has to be good. I have to leave satisfied. And that's all he's saying. I'm not just supporting you strictly off of you are a black-owned business.
Yeah.
When there's a business next door that does a better job, cut it out, bruh. And a lot of these things are based on perspective. So from my perspective, I don't think he's talking to the black-owned businesses who are doing a great job, who are on their stuff, who do have a great business, who do have quality that they're giving you in exchange for your dollar. Now, when we want to have the conversation of if a black-owned business is bringing you quality, is bringing you the same thing that you can get from somewhere else, but they're doing it just as good, well, that's a conversation. That's a very uncomfortable conversation we will have.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why it's uncomfortable, why motherfuckers in their feelings right now, because they know it's the truth. And when the truth hurts, you get responses like this. Oh, he's wrong, and yeah, he's trying to tear down the black community and this and that and the third, but who the fuck wants to eat at a nasty-ass restaurant, bro? Floors all dirty and shit like that, like flies everywhere and shit. Y'all get where I'm coming from, bro. It's just nasty in that motherfucker in general. Why would I want to support you? Yeah, it's black on black business. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to stick together and shit and this and that and the third, but it's just like, why would I support you, bro? And you're not professional. You're not clean and shit, bro. Keep it a million with you.
About who do you choose? But for the sake of this conversation, we won't go there. Now, people on Black Twitter are having a blast with this Wallo video. They're leaving reactions, quote tweets, and they're going off on him. One user will say that Wallo has been tap dancing for years. A user who goes by the name of Big Malcolm X Play Cousin will write, Wallo and Gilly have been tap dancing for years. Not once has Wallo attacked a white corporation or demanded a perfect experience from them. Dr. Amos Wilson warned us about these blank black capitalists. Wallo is directly speaking to the businesses who want you to support them strictly because they're black-owned businesses.
Oh, come fuck with me, man. I got this new shoe cleaner and this and that. Woo woo. Like, bro, like how you expect me to support you when you looking all dingy and shit? You feel me? Like, that's not good customer service. That's just my opinion. That's not good, bro. That's not a good impression.
There's not a white corporation who says, hey, support me because I'm white. Usually it's implied you're going to pick the best experience from the corporation, that gives you the best value for your buck. Now, one user will even take the video and he will call out Wallo for the hypocrisy.
So Wallo made some strong comments. He's talking tough to a room full of quote unquote black.
Mind you, this is a grown ass man with a full gray ass beard saying a bunch of bullshit. And you knowing this shit is true, brother. You know, like, this ain't professional, bro. When you talking about support me, but you looking dingy and shit. Come on, G, make it make sense.
People. I mean, just talking tough, said he is not going to be finessed off no black. He ain't going to support no black businesses just because they owned by somebody black. He ain't going to be finessed on no black. But I think out of his own words, when he got out of prison, he was finessing black people. And I'm pretty sure, who was you selling those t-shirts to, my guy? When you say you was buying them for $5 and selling them for $20. And you say they were gilding t-shirts too that really cost $1. So who were you finessing? Who were you selling those t-shirts to? Who were you asking to support you? Who? And how long did those t-shirts last? Was your customer service? Did you go get did you go to training for your customer service? I'm pretty sure you did.
You know what I'm saying? It just sound like a old washed up ass hate motherfucker because he's speaking the truth. That's what it just sound like to me. I'm keeping it mean with y'all.
Doesn't refute Wallo's point. All this proves is, yeah, you shouldn't have bought the shirt from Wallo for $20 if you could go down the street and get the same shirt for $5. Whoever bought those shirts from Wallo got finessed and got hoodwinked, but that doesn't take away from the point that he's saying, which is, yeah, you should not be finessed by this. It's a black business scam, and you should go and buy that shirt for $5 if it's the same quality shirt that band is trying to resell you. Now, one person in particular that had a deep dive on this that I definitely want for us to review and do a deep analysis on is Rachel Lindsay. She is Van Lathan co-host of the Higher Learning Podcast, a podcast that I watch every week. Now, she takes a more sinister approach when it comes to Wallo, and here's what she had to say.
I'm hoping that I disagree with everything he said. Let me just put that straight up. I'm hoping that there's more context to it because I'm trying to understand.
Because y'all are stuck on professional. That's what I get from this. Y'all want to just come in looking like whatever, bro. And think a motherfucker's supposed to rock with that. No, bro. If I'm paying you service, nigga, I expect it to be high quality. That's just like if I'm going to go get my motherfucking haircut, bro. What I tell you is what I'm supposed to get. What I told you to get. You know what I told you to, you know what I'm saying, to do. Like, what the fuck? I can't even get my words out. The service I paid for is the service I expect. High fashion, high class. Like y'all supposed to be. What the fuck?
This came from and why. Like, I don't understand him screaming at an audience and basically almost saying black businesses aren't shit.
Okay, so he's a very passionate guy.
Cause it ain't, bro. Like y'all be too busy. Like we as people, we be too busy talking about some support me, support this or that, and third. But we lazy, bro. That's another thing too. We lazy, bro. Come on, G. How you expect the motherfucker to support you and you ain't got your priorities straight, bro? Come on, make that make sense. That's all he trying to say, but y'all twisting it the wrong way. Y'all taking shit the wrong way.
Wallo speaks.
That's
He's very passionate.
I'm a passionate person too.
That's probably why he was screaming.
I'm a passionate person too.
You are.
But it basically sounded like he was saying, and this is my first time listening to it, that he was basically saying, black businesses ain't shit. And don't expect me to lift your shitty black business up. I understand if he's speaking in terms of you can't expect your business to be successful by only saying I'm a black owned business and therefore because you are black, you need to support my black owned business.
It's just like the more you people keep talking, bro, I'm sorry. Y'all just not making any sense. Cause what are you talking about, man? That's not what we talking about. We talking about being professional and shit. We talking about some different shit, some other shit, bro. That's not what he was talking about. He talking about being professional, like some shit that's supposed to be high quality, bro. Not no fake ass shit that y'all, you know what I'm saying, pretending to be. Pretending to say like this shit real, this and that. No, it's not. No, all the time y'all scamming motherfuckers.
That's what he means. I understand that. But the way that he's yelling in this context and basically saying, I'm not going to support you just because you're black.
I like Rachel, but it tickles me seeing industry people have to give honest opinions, right? Because they're caught between a rock and a hard place. Usually it's very easy to sort of pander to a particular base. And usually the people you like fall on the side of that base. So pandering to them.
That's what's weird about this industry, bro. Like, they pick and choose, bro. When it come down to keeping it real, nigga, they pick and choose, bro. Keep it me with y'all.
Pandering to your base is usually the same thing. But with situations like this, where somebody who's usually on the side of your base or, you know, who's pro your pander, like when seeing that person now, they have a drastic opinion that goes against your base and who you pander to. Seeing these industry people have to give honest opinions tickles me, bruh. Because, yo, you see how much they're struggling with it, bro. You see...
Hell yeah, she can't even get her words out. Then she keep repeating the same shit. Like, the fuck? It ain't that motherfucking hard to come out and say it's the truth, bro. Like, that's what motherfucking problem is. They hate the truth. They hate that motherfuckers keeping it real, bro.
Yeah, not just Rachel, because there's other people I've seen as well where it's, I hope, nah, bruh. Y'all in these YouTube streets with us, bruh. It's time to criticize our own.
For real.
I can't be the only hater on YouTube,
bro.
Somebody gotta be a hater like Flock. I can't be the only hater on YouTube, bruh. Shit. So seeing these industry people,
you ain't alone, Flacco. Shit, I'm in this shit too, bro. I'ma keep it real. Like, we as people is lazy, bro. It is what the fuck it is, bro. Our own people, bro. And then another thing too, we shame each other. We put each other down too, bro. Rather than coming together and picking each other up, telling each other what we need to improve on, you know what I'm saying? We shame each other. Cue the main with you.
Have to give real opinions. Oh, okay.
But Wallo
this is
kept
what
it
I
real,
like.
I don't see what he said wrong.
Now, shout out to Van Lathan, because I do think Van Lathan is a hater like me, bro. Van Lathan don't care. Van Lathan gonna give it up. All right, he burned bridges all the time. He don't care. Well, with Rachel, when she says, yo, I hope he's saying don't support a black business if the black business isn't giving you good customer service. Well, that's exactly what he's saying. And then she says, oh, I hope he's not saying don't just support a business because they're black. That's exactly what he's saying, right? That the business being a black-owned business, yes, some consideration for the business, but 95% of the consideration should be what is the value that I'm getting for this business?
Right, like, am I getting my full service? Fuck is you talking about? Am I getting the whole 9 yards that come with this shit, bro? Keep it a million with you. That's just like if you sit up there and you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get my motherfucking words out. Never mind, G. Because you motherfuckers not gonna understand. Regardless if I try to explain this, y'all not gonna understand, bro. Y'all just
the value that I'm receiving back. And that's all this is about. So When Rachel Lindsay say, I hope he's not saying, don't just support a business because they're black. That's a
nigga. That's just like if you call out Stanley Steamer and you tell they ass like, I want it well spotless, like, no stains on my carpet, none of that shit, bro. Make it brand new, like I first got it out the box. I'm keeping it a million with y'all, and you come back and it still got stains on it. How you gonna feel, bro? How are you gonna feel? Keep it a million with you. You gonna be mad, right? You gonna be pissed off. You like, that ain't the service I paid for, though. I asked you to do a deep cleaning on my shit. I didn't tell you to leave the stains on my carpet. Keep it a million with you. And that's all Wallo trying to say, but y'all not getting it. Y'all not understanding this shit.
Exactly what he's saying. And he will be absolutely right for that.
I feel like when people say support black-owned businesses, that's not what they're asking for.
Okay, want me to say something? I'm listening to you.
I mean, like,
Rachel.
this is all I have. This is my first time listening to it. I didn't listen to this. I didn't hear this before. It sounds to me this clip sounds so anti-black. And it still seems to me to miss the whole movement around.
Now you just overreaching, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, shorty. You overly reaching, man. You mad because he keeping it real, bro? Why sit up there and be fake? Why just act like, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing happening when it is, bro? But it's people like that, bro, that the reason why, you know what I'm saying, like, things the way it is around here. I'm keeping it mean with you. She one of the reasons why, bro. Motherfuckers like that.
Support black businesses. It's, hey.
This Wallo clip is the most pro-black clip I'd have ever seen. What's more pro-black than telling black folks, listen,
bro,
take pride in your business. Take pride in what you are putting out there. Take pride in the product that's representing you. And if you take pride in that, we got your back. We're going to support you. We're going to ride for you. But to the other business owners who give black folks a bad name because they come out here with bad product, bad customer service.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Everything is bad, and they want us to support it and put our dollars.
You supposed to be the weed man and you selling Reggie and shit. Like, you gonna look like this, like, what the fuck? Like, this gonna be your face and shit, bro. You gonna stop shopping with them and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the weed was good and shit at first. Then now all of a sudden it's getting bad and shit. It's degrading and shit. You gonna stop fucking with them. I'm keeping it man with you. You gonna be like, this is trash. What the fuck? What is this? I'm telling you, listen to your boy.
And now those people are represented in the same market as the good business owner. Nah, bro, cut it out. Y'all go to the back of the line, bro. I think that's as pro-black as it gets. I don't see how that's anti-black. It's anti-black to tell black businesses, hey, bro.
Keep it real, bro.
If you are doing well, if you're a business with great product, we're going to support you. If you're not, you can't get my dollar, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's another thing with us as black people, bro. We don't know how to take criticism for what it is, bro. We don't know how to be criticized and accept that shit, bro. We don't know how to be criticized and accept that shit. Keeping it mean with you, because it's a difference between hating and criticizing, bro. We don't know how to do that shit. We don't.
I don't listen, bro. At times I wonder, bro, do Rachel believe the things she say, or do Rachel know that her audience would like to hear this? Because Rachel probably knows, bro, like, the black Twitter will probably eat this up, right? And in about a week or so, we will forget this bad take and move on to another take. But if she pisses off her demographic and her audience, you know what they're going to do? We done messing with you, bro. All right? We not supporting you no more. Opposed to, yo, if you got to sacrifice yourself, give a bad take and still please that base, and then we forget about your bad take in a week, then so be it. But this right here to me is just, dishonest, extremely dishonest.
Yeah.
Sometimes for me, for example, I said on this podcast one time and I was like, I don't know the list of Black businesses out there that are at Target or at Walmart. When we were talking about DEI, and we were talking about Tabitha Brown, and we were having that. And then people flooded me with, hey, there's an encyclopedia or kind of a Bible of Black businesses and how you can support them and find them. They're not saying, I just, when I listen to this, it just sounds so anti-Black. The whole movement is...
Yeah, because that's how you feel. That's how you're stuck in mind. That's your way of thinking. Keep it a man with you. And that just goes to show what type of motherfucker you is, bro. I'm just keeping it real. It just goes to show. You like the rest of them, bro.
Hey, you might not be aware that you can get these same products from Black businesses and you can support and uplift them because they might not have the marketing the same way. They might not have the money or the capital. They might not have the support in the same way some of these white-owned businesses that we're more familiar with do. So support these Black-owned businesses, not just because they're Black, but because they have legitimate and quality products. When I listen to...
Yeah, and he kept it real. Like, what the fuck? I'm not finna support you just because you're Black. I'm not finna support you just because you're white. If your services is high quality, high fashion, high quality, like it's supposed to be, then I'm gonna support you, bro. Keep it a man with you. But I'm not finna just support you just because of the color of your skin. No, my nigga, like, the fuck?
WALLO, right? It sounds like he's anti that.
No.
I don't see how you get that from what
What?
Wallo said. I don't see how anybody would get
For
that from
real.
what Wallo said. So Van Lathan decided to step up, okay? So Van Lathan says what we are all thinking. That's exactly what he's saying, Rachel. Like, it's like you're defending the position he has, but then
Right.
still saying you have a problem with him saying it.
You
So Van Lathan
proving his
steps
whole
in to
point.
try to bring...
How I look at it as is that she proving this whole point, bro. That's how I look at it as, bro. Seriously.
type of reason to this conversation, because it does feel like right now Rachel is gonna hold on. Hey, bruh, if Black Twitter is upset, I gotta be upset too.
Okay. So I'm gonna choose to view this in the most charitable way possible, and that's because, which is the whole point.
It's just a problem to me.
Well, it's not a problem. To me, it's not a problem. Like, to me, being charitable culturally is not a problem. It's like what you should do. It's essentially like what you're talking about. You're talking about chances, giving chances. What we have to spend with each other is solidarity. That's our greatest wealth. Our greatest wealth as Black people is solidarity. That's the number one form of riches that we have.
Hell yeah.
It's the fact that we care about each other. There is no form of payment that means more than that for us,
Right.
because the wealth that we should have had in this country was systemically stolen from us. We were burned out of it. We were swindled out of it,
For real.
and we didn't have access to it in the first place because of our enslavement. So the riches that you give to other people as Black people is your love and support. That's the number one form of riches that we have. And sometimes you have to support people in the idea of what they want to be. You have to support where they want to go.
Hell yeah.
And you can't just support what they are.
Right.
Because if you just would have
You can't
supported...
just support them just because they Black. That's what he basically trying to say. Just because they white. Just because they Hispanic. Just because they Asian. You can't just support them just because of that, bro. And that's what Wallo was
Bezos
trying
in
to say, but you did
1992,
it the wrong way.
you'd have been supporting somebody in their garage with a telephone and a printed out Amazon sign in the back that say they want to sell books to the entire world, and it doesn't seem like you're going to make your money back in supporting that. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to be Jeff Bezos, and I'm not saying that you don't need to have clean restaurants. I'm not saying that you don't need to do... What I am saying, though, is the fact that we don't have the same resources to support each other
Right.
by and large, that other groups do, the number one way
Facts.
we can support each other.
That's facts, bro.
Each other is with support.
Amazon isn't on pace to be the first $1 trillion company because they started off on shaky foundation, or they started off with bad customer service, or they started off with
nigga, you gotta, I'm telling y'all, bro, you have to fail in this shit, nigga. Like, you have to fail in this shit, bro. When you first starting out, nigga, like, it can't just be perfect right off the bat. I'm telling you, listen to your boy. Look at all these motherfuckers. Elon, you know what I'm saying? Like Mark, for example. Jeff, like you just said, bro. All these motherfuckers had to fail. They ain't just get it like this overnight, bro. It took them hundreds, 300 times to get this shit right, bro. Or however many times it took them to get this shit right. And now look where it's at. Now look where this shit at, bro. They got billions of motherfuckers. Billions of motherfuckers tuning in to they shit, bro. Buying they shit. Keep it a million with y'all. Listen to your boy. You have to fail in order to succeed, bro. You do.
bad product. No, Amazon, even from their very conception, they at least started off with a product that people wanted, with a product that people thought was good enough to give their money to. But again, there are black-owned businesses who has that foundation. WALLO was saying, from my perspective, yo, we should focus on the black-owned businesses who are giving us a product that's worth paying for, who is giving us their all.
Yeah, like,
even from the very beginning, they are giving us the good customer service. They are giving us quality, right? They're giving us something that we feel good about giving our money to. The other ones that aren't, leave them in the dust. But yeah, bro, I'm sure if Amazon started off shaky with bad customer service, if Amazon started off not producing, bro, them folks wouldn't have supported Amazon. And again, I'm not
Amazon
talking about
wouldn't be where it's at today. Amazon wouldn't be where it's at today. All these large companies y'all see wouldn't be where it's at today. At some point, these motherfuckers had to fail. Keep it a million with y'all.
initial investor. I'm talking about the, like the customers, right? The people who made Amazon profitable. They wouldn't have supported Amazon if Amazon started off as a very shaky business. So all Wallo is saying, bro, is, yo, just because you're black don't mean that you are entitled to my dollars, bro, all right, or my support. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think, man? It's always love to Van Lathan and Rachel, man.
Me personally, I don't feel like Wallo was wrong, bro. He kept it real, authentic, bro. I already told y'all what I thought, what I got from it, bro. If you're not professional, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not none of these, bro, like, well up to par, man, why would I support you, G? If you're not on your business, if you're not professional and shit, why would I support you? And that's what I got from this whole thing. I'm keeping it a million with you. But y'all comment down below. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. And, yeah, man, y'all follow my socials. Follow my other channels. We'll be popping up pictures. But I love y'all, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Second trying for life, blood on, and get some marathon. Y'all stay y'all P's and Q's. Y'all stay y'all P's and Q's. Don't be out here lacking, man. For real.